Welcome THL to Friday Night Fights. I'm your host Saku. Got some Chinese New Year music going on, so Happy New Year to everybody that celebrates that holiday, that time of year. So I am joined by two wonderful casters and hosts of various shows at various times in various places. We're gonna start with Geranium Battle. Thanks for joining us tonight, there, Geranium.
Thank you for introducing me. I am not a regular on Friday Night Fights, but what I am a regular of is casting good matches, and that's exactly what I'm hoping for tonight.
Right, some good matches. Then we have Danx's dad, Friday Night Fights caster, and now tournaments. Were you
You
running the
know,
tournament there the other weekend? I forgot to ask.
not that one, but I'm hoping to get one going soon. So if you are in the Ohio area or willing to come here, stay posted. You might get a chance to play some Hearthstone in person. And, you know, like Geranium says he casts good matches. I cast any matches. I'm a degenerate. I'll take anything. And, you know, hopefully they're good matches tonight. But if not, still going to have fun.
That's right. So we do have a couple of matches, as you've seen the announcements. We got the Legacy Series and the Red Conference with Ricescription versus Hickett. Then we're going into the Pro Series, the second match with Edelweiss and Gimme Lamp. I think this is the first time Gimme Lamp, or at least I've hosted Gimme Lamp. I'm trying to recall if they were on stream once upon a time, but you guys would know better than I would. Well, let's get into it. So, um, yeah, if you guys want to talk about the classes, I'm just going to communicate with the players to see if they're ready to do bans and stuff, and away we go.
Sure. So we'll get into it. So far, match is still pretty close. The Copa Keepers are up 8-4 with two 3-2 wins, with Andy Rogers taking down Molstar and Starlax taking down Kanu. Here, though, we've got Ricescription looking to even it up against Hickett. And Ricescription has brought the Mage, Paladin, Rogue, and Shaman. And Geranium, what do we see on Hickett's side?
I brought DK, Death Knight, Paladin, Priest, and Warrior. So almost 8 distinct classes. We see Hickett is not bringing the Rogue that has been brought pretty much every single week before this, and is instead choosing some newer strategies. I don't know whether it's going to be combo, control, aggro, and that really will dictate this match.
Absolutely. And notably, Demon Hunter being absent on both sides will sort of breathe a fresh air into this match. I know lately we've been seeing a lot of Rogue band with Quest Spell Demon Hunter doing some nutty things with Steno and Abusive Sergeant to end the game early. And, well, at least with these classes, it looks like we can dig in for some longer games.
Speaking of bans, we actually do have the bans. So it looks like Ricescription has banned Hickett's Paladin, and Hickett has banned Ricescription's Shaman.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is that Shaman ban is to protect maybe like a Boon Priest, but honestly, Boon Priest does not look great into what Ricescription has. So I don't know. We'll
Hmm.
see.
Yeah, and notably, Control Priest could actually be pretty strong into those remaining classes if you take out that opportunity for a Shaman high roll. And who's your pick to win? Who do we think is going to take this one home?
Okay, well, I mean, I am the captain of the Clown Center, so I am Ricescription's captain. So I'm unfortunately a little bit biased here, in that I want Hickett to win. I want Ricescription to have a big ol' 1 instead of a goose egg at the end of his match score because he has higher PR than me, and that shall not stand.
All right. Well, like you, I think I'm pulling both ways a little bit. Your team, the Clown Stoners, are pretty much the good parts of the championship winning Diamond 5 from last season. So, got a chance to play with Rice, know he's a great competitor. And Pickett, I actually got the pleasure of playing against him in person at a LAN last weekend. And, also great competitor, great guy. And, it's hard not to root for both of them. But at the end of the day, I got to go with my old teammate and say I'm hoping for Rice to pull out the W. So, yeah,
All right, there's
looks like
some
we're all.
Almost, yeah. There's some discussion. There was with the screenshots there. There was I wouldn't say a modification, but with the DK, I'm not sure what the rules are. If you guys happen to know if they're supposed
Um,
to be able to shade out the runes, I can't remember, but
from what I remember, that
I
is a
believe at
no,
this
but I'm going
point,
to look again.
you're supposed to just be visible, but unless the board changed it,
yeah.
I might be misspeaking. We'll see.
But that's the conundrum right now. So
hmm In the meantime, though, there are still other things to talk about. Now that we have these bans, we can speculate a bit more on what other decks might be here. I know I hinted that Hickett may have a control priest in the pocket there, and I'm sure that with a shaman ban, that warrior has to be controlling. What do we think about the other decks in the lineup?
I'm actually interested in. I think it's maybe going to be an Enrage Warrior.
Oh,
I think that one has a bit more game against some of the strategies here. Control Warrior is not only difficult to pilot, it's also going to sort of falter against very value-oriented decks. And if Rescription is built as decks like that, well, then they're going to get punished by Enrage Warrior.
that's true. I think that it's just interesting though because with Paladin up, I feel like Equality is actually one of the more punishing cards for Enraged Warrior to go up against on the controlling side, and it seems like these classes might be some of the few that can actually slow that deck's roll. But I mean, it does look like a more powerful list lately post patch, and I've seen a lot of experimentation with it, so it could really make sense as a nice bring. Death Knight really could go either way. Do you think we might see any of the new buffed cards?
Uh, so I don't think it's going to be Unholy Death Knight, but yeah, I mean Frost Death Knight I do know is much better against sort of an aggro, whereas Blood Death Knight is going to be much better against sort of control. So if you that's sort of like the 50-50 you're going to play when it comes to what Paladin Rescription is
Mm-hmm.
bringing. Um, and other than that, I mean, banning out um, the Shaman was a little bit worse for the Blood Death Knight to face, a little bit better for the
Mm-hmm.
Frost Death Knight. So I'm not sure if that's in contention here, but definitely Rogue is going to be a better fit for the Frost Death Knight to take down. So
Yeah, yeah, I think that honestly, looking at these lineups in that ban, I also would tend to favor the Frostspring. It's cool though too, 'cause, like you mentioned Paladin, and I know that I had got a chance to see some HS replay stats from the last patch, and assuming things don't change too much, pure Paladin and Control Paladin have almost exactly opposite matchup spreads. So it's a real headache for anyone to see Paladin on the other side in closed list because you're sort of stuck in this mind game of 50-50s and guess wrong your lineup loses, guess right and you're winning. So tough mind game to force your opponent into.
so we get the players in for our viewers there. We got Hickett to spectate first for our casters, I should say, and then our viewers are going to see Hickett at the bottom of the screen with Rescription at the top of your screen.
All right, dive into the
DK
match.
DK
yeah,
for Hickett and Mage for
okay. Well, maybe it doesn't really even matter what the situation was beforehand because now we're going to see what this Death Knight is all about. It looks like it's Frost.
Yeah, it is. So, I know it's Friday night. Stream can be a bit of casual, and as we make it through these early turns, I want to, let the rest of THL know that I've been told in confidence by Super Chicken that Quest Hunter is poppin'. So give it a shot sometime. So looks like this big spell mage on the other side from Rescription is off to a pretty nice start. You got the mailbox dancer, the watch post, and the Dawngrass, but we'll see if Belinda can make her appearance on time. You have played much of
Mage.
this matchup, Geranium?
Um, I mean, so It is the mage very much benefits from having rune, and as we can see, Rice has a few runes already, and of course a post on 2 is very nice for the mage. So the situation I think favors mage a little bit, in addition to it already sort of rolling out well for Risecryption. We'll see if there's any further punishes, low cost spells on the Death Knight side getting swapped around, but for now, I'd favor mage.
Yeah. And looking here, though, it seems like Hickett does have a pretty nice plan going forward. Rhymefang Sword can just take a nice clean trade, set up a coin play for next turn, and start discounting down that Defrost and Frostworm's Fury. And, might see that Astalor nerf come into play a little bit if Risecryption hits a minion, since it won't be able to get that Mana Thirst until turn 5 now.
Yeah. The current situation, and now Hickett going for that instead and leaving the mailbox dancer up, interestingly. Now this Pelican Diver is actually threatening if Hickett wants to develop any minions. I know that he chose not to Nerubian Vizier there, despite the fact that, just getting a spell is still very good, even if it's not discounted. But now Nerubian Vizier is definitely not valuable.
Yeah, we could see it used in conjunction with the hero power, but that seems a little awkward. I feel like the Rhymefang Sword here just seems like it's so efficient. But we
Okay.
see the Vizier and interesting cards, but none of these are very strong in this matchup.
Yeah, the mage is not going to be making a small, wide board, so Blood Boil is not going to be great. Neither is Army of the Dead, and I don't think you're going to get that much of a board going yourself for the Grave Strength.
Yeah, I do agree with Hickett though. Blood Boil seems like the right pickup in this spot. Just not a lot of appealing options. And there's Barbara.
Wow. Okay, and next turn,
Timely draw. Yeah, and
we'll
that
see if
Horn of Winter.
yeah, it's going to be Horn of Winter or Frostworms, but let's see if Hickett smells blood in the water here, knowing that it's possible that there's a coin in Risecryption's hand.
So I don't think he'd play around Blood in the Water since that's a rogue card, but you never know. So Hickett can though make the heads up play and make sure to use this horn this turn, as well as the defrost to ensure that, this barbaric sorcerer is not quite as punishing as it could be otherwise.
Yeah, can even go with can kill the Mailbox Dancer and use the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Although now populating his hand with other low cost spells is making it a bit of a worse prospect.
Yeah, Frigidara is a little slow. Rhymefang Sword's clunky, but yeah, just a tough hand for Hickett now.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be Horn of Winter out the Rhymefang Sword, but then you still got Coin, Icy Touch. Even honestly, Blood Boil is
Yeah.
not that bad to swap.
Yeah, I think going Horn, Icy Touch, Coin, Rhymefang, and Swing is okay. But we'll see.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think he is doing it all. And he's gonna hold the swing, it looks like. But I mean, if you're a Risecryption, you can't really be upset about that. It's a pretty nice
Yeah.
outcome, honestly.
So
Getting
all this gas.
Pickett to use those spells inefficiently, and gets the well, it's a good and bad swap in a sense.
Yeah. Now this board that's made off of the Drakefire Amulet, at least it won't be frozen.
Right. Since Frostworm's Fury is the card Hickett wants to play more, having it stuck in hand makes Lady Death Whisper a lot worse, especially with it on the left. But at the same time, now Risecryption doesn't really have anything to do this coming turn besides play Pelican Diver and Hero Power.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Maybe he even just decides to trade away the Drakefire Amulet. but Drakefire Amulet into Magister Dawngrasp is very powerful.
Yeah, especially now that Arcane Defenders is in the mix as well. Can get a humongous board on turn 9 if Rune isn't necessary.
And the turn 9 will, as long as Frostworm's Fury does not get discounted by an attack from the Rhymefang Sword, it will mean that the board, the huge board that gets summoned, is not frozen.
Exactly. Well, I think Ricescription's really debating whether he wants to send this Drakefire Amulet back or just commit to the Pelican Diver ping.
Time's short.
And he elects to send it back. Wow.
Okay,
I
well,
guess we'll
if
see
he
the Reckless as well.
if he chooses not to play Reckless, then really what is going on?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think Ricescription might have lost the plot a little bit here, and that's a Frostworm's Fury. It's looks like it could be all Hicket now. This is a great position for him.
Yep. Getting a lot of damage going face, not much play back from Ricescription other than just playing Hero, which doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I like seeing what's in the School Teacher here, or maybe going Astalor Harbinger with a Howling Blast. You have a couple good options, and there's just so many great things for Hicket to do in this spot. Like Frostworm's Fury is about the only one I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if it's Frost DK, a win from it was probably going to come eventually. Looking at the other matchups it was facing into, but
True.
it's not great mentally to know that probably the one favored matchup is not going so well.
Yeah. So interesting line from Hicket here, choosing to get a moderate amount of damage in and maximize protection to his own life total.
You wish to match wits with
Righty.
Okay.
And Dawngrasp for nothing. Just to get the armor, I guess, get it into play.
Yep, hero
And,
power for that Reckless Apprentice most likely.
Yeah. And now getting this Astalor down is just so much pressure for Hicket. Yeah. Not quite lethal yet.
Looking for it, fiending for it, but I mean, on the backswing, the Reckless Apprentice is going to mostly clear off this board.
Yeah, I like this play to set it up here.
Yeah.
I would send the Icy Touch as well, but Drakefire's back. And now Ricescription is just dead.
And even though those taunts can't be targeted, the face still can. And that is going to be game 1 going to Hicket.
Yeah. Hicket knew the place. Well, so 1-0 start here, and it looks like things are looking up for your PR so far, or rather down for Ricescriptions, unless we see a comeback here. So what decks do we think is going to come out next?
Well, the one that I was most sure of was that Frost DK. Here's where it really becomes like what does Hicket want to do? Whether he wants to stay with the aggressive plan, go with Enrage Warrior, and even with Shagro Priest, or whether he wants to now completely swap and go to a more controlling play style. I do think that BSM is going to have a field day if it's a controlling play style, but not so if it's Enrage Warrior.
Yeah, that's one of the better matchups for that deck, and that big Spell Mage, Ramp Druid, those are what you want to see if you're Enrage Warrior, and since we know there's no Druid, this is interesting. I feel so sure that Hicket has control, but might be bias on my end. I don't know.
You're the one who faced him most recently, but Also, this is right after the patch, so it's a little bit hard to know exactly what's going on. And aggro does very well after patches, commonly because of all the non-refined lists.
Very true. And the last time I played against Hickett, he evolved Null into Null, I think 3 times in our series. So I am not surprised that Shaman was not brought this time around. I think
Yeah.
after that sort of experience, you just don't want to subject yourself to that again. Well, here's the warrior. Moment of truth.
It does look like there's Outrider's Axe. That's not an Enraged Warrior card.
Yep, Restaurant Viper as well. I think it's the Control Warrior.
Maybe my guess. I mean, it's quite possible that it's like a charge variant of Control Warrior. There's a lot of different texts going around for it, but at least we see no locations here.
Yeah. So going into a rogue, do you think this Restaurant Viper is a keep? Oh, Hickett didn't think so. But, that's Thief on the other side.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Rogue just has a 2/2 weapon. It's not a very juicy target for a Viper.
Well, Draka is back. I don't know if you've heard, but we're playing Draka again.
Yes. Well, I do know that the combo Rogue is back. I mean, if it's going to be control, you're definitely going to want to see more of that Miracle Rogue, anyways.
Yeah. So hedging for Thief, I think, is a good call. I think you are right there. So, and Hilda keeps armoring up. And, man, it is fun to see this Thief Rogue without Maestra.
Here the spells are. I'm sorry, the secrets aren't that important for the game plan. Ice Trap, of course, is going to at least annoy Hickett, but really we want to see Counterspell, Objection are the two main bullies.
I don't think Ice Trap is one to complain about, though, especially with being replayed. It does make clears difficult for the control deck. Whoa, Nelly.
Oh, we got a buff card already.
We 2 in there. We got the Disruptive Spellbreaker, who picked up an extra health for some reason. Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly is not as visible. The second half of it now gives you Pirates discounted by 2, not discounted by 1.
Yeah. And even still, Tidal Revenant back to its former glory. Never did anything wrong, of course, but, it's back. And we'll see here if Riscription will play out the Astalor hero power. I think might want to hold the Astalor for Shadow Steps, but deny the Outrider's Axe proc.
I mean, later parts of Astalor will still. Yeah, in this case, just keeping off board entirely, as you mentioned about Outrider's Axe.
Last Stand. Oof.
Well, I wonder if that's just going to be an Asvedon tutor, or whether that is going to be a little bit more in this matchup.
Spicier. All right, and there's a Wicked Stab gone. The Disruptive Spellbreaker does its thing.
Okay, Krakatoa coming out, going to, of course, remove the Disruptive Spellbreaker. Interesting that is, one of the only ways for Rogue to remove 6 health minions. Interesting that Blizzard decided to buff it.
All right. Funnily, though, there's not really a good way for Hickett to deal with this at all.
Yeah, Asvedon here would just replay the Ice Trap, so...
well, wouldn't it be the coin?
Oh, you're right. High value Asvedon.
I think, though, that we probably will see the school teacher come out, and no, we're gonna see the Shield Slam Axe Clear, and then maybe the Forged. Just not a very mana efficient way to go.
Okay,
Well,
well, that is a pretty good top deck there. Start juicing that, but not
yeah,
quite enough spells.
just a very, very clunky hand from Inscription. Especially in the 30 card version of Thief Rogue. That's not something you see all the time.
Yeah, can juice it all the way by going either Swift Scale or the Astalor into prep Bone Spike and Contraband. But Contraband is only replaying one trap, so
Mm. All right, it's Nelly time. Well, can't even really Nelly. Too expensive, or there's too many cards in hand.
yeah, I wonder if it's actually going to be a last stand sort of
Or
maneuver.
an Outrider's Axe into Weapons Expert, maybe.
Worthy or
I
I mean,
worry
hey,
a little
this.
bit. You go right
Go
ahead.
ahead. What are
This
you
feels
worrying about?
this feels just like a Zoom call, but I'm worried a bit about Last Stand. You know, I don't know what it's really getting, and it seems like Hickett's life total already is actually getting low. So taking just a low tempo turn could be really costly if Rice Cryption finds a way to put on the gas.
Well, while he is a little bit maybe low tempo, he is high value as he is getting possibly the add another card to hand, multicaster here possibly. Um, yeah,
Obsidian Smith for all the
Pick,
0 mana.
Pickett's hand is going to be full for a long time.
Yep. And it doesn't get the attack in, but looks like there's not going to be a real punish for that. Can see this Tooth of Nefarian come out though and get a nice setup for the queen.
Okay, yeah, you'd be able to play the thing. You get the Colossus into your hand, sequencing this, but you would not be able to actually summon the Colossus. So, and it just barely
Correct.
doesn't work out. I think that is what Rice Cryption is going for, at least, is screw the spell from another class. I want a colossal in my hand at this moment.
Right here, right now. Now, if there's an
Oh,
Asphodon, now's a great time to go get it. All right, Hickett, show me the tech.
well, with Hickett maybe not immediately going for Asvedon. It's a question of whether he doesn't have it or whether the Onyxian Drake he has in hand is more telling of what his deck is. It's not 100% to get Asvedon if you're running other taunts.
True. But if I've learned anything about these sort of streams, it's that it's always 100%. So,
It looks like it's 100% not to get Asvedon as Hickett is not playing it.
true. All right, now what does this amalgam go for? Are we going to see the elemental or the beast? Or we could have seen the pirate too, but oh,
Whoa,
Neptulon.
Neptulon.
Goaded.
Okay.
Goaded.
Not insta picking, making sure to draw it out.
Yeah, really make Rice Cryption sweat it. All right.
And while
We're
there
sending
is
it.
a lot of tempo coming out from Rice Cryption here, it's maybe a bit of inevitability coming from Hickett. I don't know if Rice
Yeah.
Cryption's going to have a good answer to Neptulon on 10.
Yeah, I don't think there really is one. feel like the play here is probably just to get this Astalor going,
Yeah.
but unfortunately the second Hydralodon from the Contraband Stash won't be giving those heads rush. But, maybe it's just worth it to get another one on the board.
I mean, 5/5 is not that much more worth it. You're already getting a 5/5 this way. Essentially, you'd be getting one more 3/1 and an ice trap if you went for the Contraband Stash play.
Yeah. And, well, seems like Ricescription chooses to respect the Buckler Shatter combo. Knowing what we do, though, we actually do know that getting the ice trap out would have stopped a brawl. But, can't play with caster vision.
Worthy or
Yeah.
unworthy.
In
What?
this case, though, the last stand can still get Asmodon, still get a Colossus into hand. So I wonder if Hickett's going to still play it.
Worthy or unworthy.
Yeah. I mean, this Onyxian Drake seems great here, if it is in fact they're just super cleanly removing one of these 5/5s.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Iceblood Garrison's a great pickup.
Well,
But we see the slam. Okay.
Pick me!
Slam is Slam does kill one of the 3/1s at least, so that's that's okay.
All right. Okay, Hickett. Well, God, this hand is so awful for Ricescription.
Well, I mean, Contraband Stash will at least make the Hydralodon head split, though it won't
Yes.
help actually kill this 4/5.
Right. It just puts some pressure on the board, makes another ice trap. It's time for Neptulon to do some cleanup.
Okay, we see Igneous Lava Gorger, yet another taunt. And now, unfortunately, the Colossus, or Colossal Minion, is no longer the last spell for Asmodon.
Worthy or
Quite
unworthy.
unfortunate, and Hickett really can't make use of that Contraband Stash even with a copy. But all right. So, are there any reasons you can think of that you're not just slamming this 10/10 Colossal? Or this 10
Uh,
mana Colossal?
well, one reason would be really making sure that the opponent knows you have a lot of options, so that they get scared.
Oh.
Okay. Now I don't know. Now that you mention it, I don't know why we wouldn't just slam the 7/7.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Well, Hickett will start to clear some stuff off, I guess. He finishes the turn on time.
Okay, another Onyxian Drake. Yeah.
And runs out of time. Reconnaissance. That's a card that does something.
Reconnaissance means that there's more stuff that's going to come off of this Contraband Stash. So
And it's a good one. Lots of excellent cards there. Incriminating Psychic and Blightblood Berserker are exactly what you want to see
yeah,
if you are Ricescription.
yeah. Blightblood Berserker. I mean, Rescription doesn't know it, but that Neptulon in hand is not going to like getting right off by a death rattle.
Exactly. And the question is here, if you were Ricescription, do you commit the Astalor at this point, or just slam the Berserker? And judging by those mouse movements, it looks like a slam Astalor kind of moment, but we'll see. Nah.
Okay. Looks like valuing the contraband and the tests in hand a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, this plays also quite well into the Neptulon. If Aslor came down, it'd just be cleanly answered.
Exactly. All right. So Ranker, very aggressive hedge against aggro there. All right. And it's a big Onyxian Drake. Wow.
Okay. Well, I hope Hickett likes seeing these because we'll see quite a few more over the course of this game.
Yeah. At least another 2.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, a Potion Master Putricide.
Interesting. Well, Potion Master would probably get some concoctions off of the Aslor. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that seems like the only real good way to spend the turn. This hand from Rice is so bad. Given I think that there were other options he could have chosen at different points during this game and the last one. These are just some of the clunkiest hands I have seen in a while. Oh, hazy concoction and 2
Wow.
hazies. Oh no.
Now it's a game. Now it is a little bit more of a game.
Yep. Well, Neptulon, despite clearing this cleanly, is not the choice. See the Outrider's Axe to the Finley.
And yeah, I mean, since we keep choosing not to play Neptulon, the question. Okay, I guess we're just never going to see Neptulon now. It's going to go to the bottom of the deck.
Put it away for game 3, and we'll see what's on top. Got a Shield Slam, a Ranker, Shield Block, Vakara. Heavy Plate is what you want to see there.
Yep, a clean kill on this 8/8. But I presume we're going to see Rescription answered back with some more nonsense.
Yep, it's hazy. It's double hazy time or jackpot time. Ooh.
Wow. Both great options.
Nonsense is going to happen. I think we'll see the jackpot first, probably, and then the hazy, since it gives options there for the contraband stash. But no, hazy first. Does Rice Christian know what's in these? All right. And it's Explosive Trap and Ancient of Lore.
Wow.
One
great
of those
cards.
Ancient of Lore is at least some healing for later, more 5/5s, card draw to get out of this abysmal spot. It doesn't seem very good, but there are worse cards you can pick up. And Don't Stand in the Fire and Against All Odds. Well, Don't Stand in the Fire is a clear.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Don't Stand in the Fire here, because it's only going to hit the opponent's board. So that means that the following contraband stash the next turn is going to make a full board and clear your entire opponent's board. And I think that's what we're going to see.
Not a bad combo. So, for those of you at home who want to learn Thief Rogue, one subtle mistake that Rescription made there was playing out this explosive trap before the next contraband stash or test. Generally, you want to wait with a secret until after you play the first one, or you expect one to be popped, so that your opponent can't play around it so easily. And Hickett goes face, takes care of it.
In this case, it does end up getting popped, so not as bad as it could be, but
right. All right. I think we probably will see the Ancient here first.
Ooh, I don't like the Ancient because then that means the contraband stash isn't going to get one of the options.
Well, I don't think it's that bad if any one of them doesn't show up. I think drawing 2 cards and getting another 5/5 is good upside.
I really want a 3/8. The one thing we don't get is the 3/8. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Scabs though. Raid Boss Anixia.
And here,
Oh,
Shield Shatter just cleanly answers this. Doesn't even spend any mana because it's going to come back and still cost 0.
yep.
What?
Okay, well, at least if there's no clean answer to the tests, which there is, it's Ray Bostanixia, then Scabs would be able to bounce it back. Still no Shadow Step for Rescription is definitely punishing.
Probably see that Axe, go face, then the Rokara and a hero power.
Yep.
Just to really maximize that pressure.
Time is fleeting.
Big value from Explosive Trap there. It dealt 4 damage over the course of this game, and maybe we'll see another 2.
Yeah. Oh, Reconnaissance. Scabs can maybe make something happen here. We see there's a Ranker though, which will
Yeah.
really dash Rescription's hopes, but
I
Hickett is
mean,
running out of
honestly,
board clears.
the 25 armor from Hickett is what's dashing Rescription's hopes right now. Hopefully that against all odds did not cost too much mana. It's not too rich for Rescription's blood because now at least it's cheaper.
True. Tricky turn. You just see the raw Reconnaissance, Scabs Reconnaissance,
Quickly.
swap
Top
the
reconnaissance
Cutlass.
Scabs.
Yep.
Keep your enemies close.
Well, you don't need to prep here because it's a hero power, so you just see the nice and easy freebie. But he's on the clock. He's got to be fast.
Just a little field work.
Oh,
Ooh,
and
Light Shower.
that's a pretty good one. Light Shower and Crash are both great. So
Okay. And in this case, I mean, Rancor is probably going to get played. The question is just how we're spending the rest of this mana. Yeah, trading off Heavy Plate seems like a pretty good start.
Let's
yeah, I agree. Just jamming Anixia also is not bad here.
Yeah.
And I think those are the options Hickett's considering.
let's
Hey. We are jamming, it looks like.
Oh boy.
We are not jamming, it looks like.
Nope. Mine changed, and unfortunately, no Theatar available.
Okay. Well, going down to 11 health. Actually, this Light Shower Elemental represents 6 more damage to Rescription's face right now, at least. Since it will not get killed by the weapon.
The Warrior, though, doesn't really have other ways to go direct, or at least that we could expect reasonably. So,
Well, I don't put it past Hickett just going attack the 6/6, it smacks the face, and then hero power a few more turns.
true. There could be a Bash, maybe. Bash would be lethal off the top. Hmm.
Instead looking
But
at
maybe
Sketchy
this.
Stranger.
Hmm.
Another ice trap. Oh,
sizzle.
I mean. Okay.
cards are being played. I don't know how these cards are really hoping to be Okay,
You
more
see a
random.
hazy. Gleaming. Or, oh, the 3-drop. Interesting. I think Ricecryption is expecting a few more turns than I am.
Okay, well, hey,
Oh,
no tests, so that's a pretty bad hit.
gnarly hit there. That's
That being said,
Theotar's. Well, he has to send a card back to Ricecryption, and those are
yeah.
not cards you want to send back.
Hickett does have Aslor, so actually he was one off lethal there.
Yeah, so close. And ships off the Frozen Buckler, which is... I think I would have sent the Brawl if I were in Hickett's shoes. That Buckler could be a real pain.
Yeah. Well, now with the Buckler sent, there is no lethal. So I don't know what Hickett's going to continue to do here.
Yeah,
it is interesting.
Buckler test is pretty mean. Buckler test is pretty serious.
Wow. Okay. And Hickett is Hickett is
Wicked
losing
Stab
his
too.
grasp.
Could clean up the light shower, honestly, on its own.
Yep. Make room for another. Looks like a fine start to this turn.
Yeah, or just go for the potion into the buckler and just armor up, tank up to rank up. I'm starting to wonder now, do we think that Shadow Step has been cut from this version of the deck?
I I have to wonder where it's being stashed.
True. All right, we see a nice Bannerman. Maelstrom Portal.
Does damage to the wrong side of the board here, it looks like.
Yeah, although at this point with that extra armor, I don't think Ricecryption is particularly worried about clearing off the light shower. Or I don't think he
True.
has a reason to be. Oh, Disruptive Spellbreaker. It's back.
It's back. And this time, well, there's not much vengeance to be had as the spells in Ricecryption's hand he hasn't played in a long, long time.
Yep. And we see the pop. Picket commits. And back up to an effective 16 health, reduced to 14.
Well, he's gonna have 14.
It looks like.
Yep.
Yep. And now there's another jackpot.
Well, I mean, all it has to be is a test. So unless every single Astalor ping goes face.
Miracle Growth and Blood Boil, both not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're really going to see whether there's a Shadow Step in here or not.
Yeah, actually, this Miracle Growth sets up a funny fatigue angle here. I don't know if Ricecryption can play it.
Plays it anyways. Also does not play Swiftscale Trickster, interestingly.
Oh, and there's the Shadow Step.
It exists. We know it's here.
Shadow of Demise may easily be another Wicked Stab here.
Yep, you can effectively cut down Hickett to 19 health.
Oh, Foul Egg's a good pickup.
Okay, well.
Oh, this is risky. Oh, I don't like that. Lava Gorger. I think
Certainly,
it's time for the raid boss.
Or just have to win 12, or not even 12. I need to win 10 1-in-5s. Not go for the lethal.
Alrighty.
Okay, here's Tess. With 3 cards left in deck, we're gonna draw all 3 of them.
Yep.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Good order. Oh, Oh,
Okay.
cleric. Wait a minute. Wait, could this cleric grief him?
Why would
Is that
cleric grief him?
is it possible for like a heal setup here that could happen?
Oh, I forgot that's the one that draws cards. Oh, I I mean, with Aslor being sort of the only thing that damages minions, Light Shower Elemental would have to, so it'd have to be Aslor into pop 4 into the Light Shower, ping everything else for like 1, and then hero
Yeah,
power
there's.
it.
Man,
I
maybe.
don't think this is gonna
Oh
happen,
no,
but
shield shatter. It's not enough. It can.
well, the
Yeah,
problem is it's gonna
wait.
kill Northshire.
Wait, no, shield. Yeah. Ah, it's so close. This is such a goofy situation. You still pop it for the ice trap. Oh my god.
I mean, Hickett's there's no shot that Hickett really like sees it. It's not a real consideration.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the shield, the brawl route is probably the safest one. You can still
This
ping. Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to drop the Astalor here and hope it clears. Or just play Disruptive Spellbreaker.
okay, and Aslor is
There's
still coming.
Yep, the explosive runes will pop off here.
In addition to the shaman minion, it does not actually kill Aslor.
Yep. All right.
Okay, and with mixed concoction being wicked stab at home, we'll see if
I
he just chooses
mean,
to go face.
shadow stepping this minion, it seems really good.
Yeah. Can't quite do, well, actually can do a blood boil alongside it, so perhaps that will be it.
Oh no. Say it ain't so.
He will not go. Carry me home.
Oh
And
god.
okay, that's a lot of fatigue.
Oh no.
Okay. It's not. I mean, it's not that much fatigue.
Oh,
It's
he's
only.
stepping it. He's stepping it. Oh no. We're going deep.
Surely this test will be played a third time. Oh man.
I mean, it's gonna gain the armor, right? And really, that's what counts. Friends were all the armor we gained along the way.
So much tempo. Look at all this board we have. I mean,
There's
to
no
be
clear
fair,
here right now.
brawl.
Okay, there's a clear. Well, the brawl
Yeah.
wouldn't have been playable without a spell off the top there to take this. Oh no, I guess Swift Scale Trickster actually trivializes
Yep.
that. I forgot that interaction.
Yeah, the real reason you take the Swift Scale Trickster is to play around the ice trap.
No, it does though because you
I
can.
know.
The discount's preserved, which is a little neat. It would actually have been really nice in this spot.
In this case, it's still okay. I mean, brawl has to be played. I don't know why we're juicing it.
I think seeing maybe if the Lava Gorger can get fit in.
Well, in this case, Swift Scales Trickster is going to get popped by the explosive trap.
Let's muddy the waters.
The runes.
Or runes, yes.
Okay, well the Hydralodon died, which is the which would have been the worst case for Hickett.
Oh, choosing
And
Frozen Buckler instead of Lava Gorger. Interesting.
the reasonable usage of the buckler here. I don't think it improves much with the Shatter gone, so I think that's actually
Okay.
a pretty heads-up call from Hickett there.
And it looks like Rescription is 2 damage off lethal, so
Wow, I didn't realize we had a lethal counter here on the stream.
uh sorry, I'll have to get used to it. Oh,
there's the...
now we're shadow stepping it.
Well, was there a lethal there?
It's 2
Or
times
were
the
you counting the potion belt there as being maximum damage?
No, you mix concoction and then it becomes a mixed concoction again. Like the shadow thing
okay,
is shadow
right.
step becomes it.
Yeah, it is the Shadow of Demise.
Let's muddy
What the hell is happening?
Oh, getting this Blood Bowl out of hand. Let's go. Okay.
Last stand.
Wait. Did they miss lethal? Wait, am I dumb and they missed lethal? Yeah, they
I
missed
think
lethal.
so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
it's
so.
you against all odds killing the second half of the Blight Blood Berserker and then you send both mixed concoctions face.
Right. There was also the serrated bone knife. There are a lot of ways to do that. But Tidal Revenant seems like an easy choice.
The smell of manna in the morning.
And is
Well,
last stand out of hits? Or is there an Asphodon left?
yeah, that's the question.
Maybe Hickett's playing for fatigue?
Refreshing.
Okay, hits the wrong thing.
Well, it's the right thing, though. That is the Shadow of Demise, so it
Oh.
is sort of the best hit.
True.
But yeah, it's going to be really tight here. Because now there's just like between the Tidal Revenant and the hero power, it seems like Hickett will just be able to outlast this. And yeah, Rice is all in. Yeah, Tidal Revenant should just about end it here. Just clean up the 5/5 and the 5/2 and the 2/2 and take away that last spell.
And here we see 8 more armor coming in, boosting up to 21 health. And the missed lethal here from Rescription, looking like it might just be it.
Yep. And Bone Knife is the right one to take. Or Bone Spike. Not that there's really a big difference to be made here, but
In this case, the Blood Boil will kill off the 4/2 at least, and leave this against all odds stinking in his hand.
yeah, the weapons expert kind of isn't really doing anything. Could be gain 4 later at a high cost. But if I'm in Hickett's shoes, I like bashing these minions into each other.
Yeah. Oh, not going to show stream.
No.
Well, in this case, honestly, sending this in can't. If you play against all odds, it's just going to get killed, and then it's going to be the end of your damage. So you have to sit.
Yeah, and well, Hickett can clear this off cleanly here, and there. Oh nope, Hickett does not want that. Hickett will instead gain the armor and do this the old-fashioned way. But either way, that's a wrap.
Well,
there's nothing. Rescription has to play the against all odds to survive, and at that point, it's a done game.
Yep.
Either face or the minion, and it doesn't really matter.
And exactly.
So we're out of here.
Okay.
Yep, takes game 2.
Well,
yes, game
we've seen
2, folks.
We've seen control coming out from Hickett. Let's see if this priest is yet one more control deck.
Yeah, so well, I'm sure that Rescription probably gave a Neji a small heart attack there, but like that's the Thief Rogue ride. That was just one of the most unfortunate hands early in the game that I've seen in a long time, and hopefully Rice can bounce back in game 3 and put a point on the board. We'll
The
see
big
though.
question.
See if the Thief Rogue makes a return, or if it's back to the Big Spell Mage.
Behold the magic of death.
Okay, it looks like it is going to be Big Spell
it's a
Mage.
Quest Priest. Into Quest Priest.
Okay, so realistically, the mage should be favored here. However, I have not seen the Quest Priest lose this.
It's a very tight matchup.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really favored one way or the other, or heavily anyway. It's not polarized. But this start, Rice has some reasonable tools, can get on board early, curve into Belinda, and Hicket's hand's a little slow with the missing 2.
Yeah, with no 2-drop, that is going to really stunt it. If it takes Hicket quite a few turns to draw that 2, then it's essentially free turns for Riscription.
Exactly. And Light Bomb is a nice pickup. Belinda. All right.
Okay.
Now we're
Nice
playing
win rate card in the
Hearthstone.
deck.
Now we're playing Hearthstone.
Yep. I mean, yeah, just play out another 2. Next turn, you can play out the 4 and then coin out Belinda is so strong.
Absolutely. And we'll see if Hicket is a gamer and can pick up a shadow spell here off the top. No such luck, but you still probably will see this. Lightmon Nether Drake into the location. And it's a clean the scene, which does get the job done here. We'll see, though, if Hicket knows to hold it, though, since we saw Arcane Defenders in game 1.
Yeah, the clean the scene being the only wide removal spell that cleanly answers it right now in his hand. Although, of course, if he does top deck the Shadow Word Ruin, which he did, then it's 2 ways.
Yep. All right, it's a tough one. Do you go with the Belinda here, or do you go with Barbara?
Would you like to draw 2 cards? Or, I'm just saying, or. Okay.
It's Belinda. Wow. What a shocker.
Bully Linda.
All right, well, this is efficiently cleared off by Light Bomb, at least with the location proc. So maybe that's what we'll see.
Yeah, I presume it has to be cleared. There's no, I mean, taking 13 is not what you want to be doing in the early games. Priest, oh wow, Shadow Ruin is one of the flexible ones.
Right. In this matchup, I find that card's a lot more valuable.
Queen the Scenes still stuck at almost full infusions, and well, I mean, hey, at least both of these are going to get killed by the Light Bomb.
True. And that 2-drop, though, is just nowhere to be found. There it is.
Just like you called it, dude.
But now you can't Light Bomb.
Oh, we see that. And Arcane Defenders will probably come down next.
Yep. May I have another? Oh, and look, that's another 2.
Right.
And this could be yet another 2.
That's a 4. And now we see what's left, and Ruin seems like the pickup here, especially at 5. That's a little bit of a homey play there from Rice Cryption.
Cheat codes.
It's clean to just play a 6 though, so okay, never mind. Going to
It's clean, but
leave it on.
clearing board is so cool. And there's a spirit guide.
Oh, that's a 6, easy.
10 out of 10, or 6 out of 6.
All right, Barbara hits the 0 every time. No,
No.
unlucky.
Oh my god, and it makes it 8. Oh, it's really always coming up Hickett.
Wow. Rice Cryption is a real homie.
Yeah, trying to help his brothers out there in the THL.
Yep. Oh, 5-mana Arcane Defenders? Sure. Enjoy this desperate prayer. Yeah.
Do you need help with your curve, sir? Yes. Yes, I do.
Righty. Interesting take here. Probably just grab Astalor.
Yeah, you can just
Does
play
something. Yeah.
Well,
I
your hand
mean,
will be
there's
full.
going to be a card
but-
mill. There's a card mills unless Light It Burns is played, but I don't think that's really a priority. I like just slamming down Sketchy or Astalor in the spot.
Following turn, I mean, you're probably just going to play the other one as well after you play Mute, so.
Yeah. Or the secret from Sketchy, which is why I think I favor that one here. Well, see Astalor.
Okay. This means that Light It Burns, I guess, can be played if you're not going to be playing. Well, yeah, you can play like Mutinous plus Light It Burns next turn.
All right, we'll see. Barbara time. And he's taking the 8 right
Oh.
back.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Denied.
this Astalor is an 8 in itself, so there is a guaranteed 8 at some point.
2, 5, and an 8 every stage of the quest. This Astalor card's pretty good. Right. So I'm guessing it will be it's mutant time. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
some
ever
good
a better
eats.
chance. Oh, scene cleaning.
Okay.
Tempo play.
2
That's
5s.
just fine. And Rune of the Archmage.
Wow, that's a pretty good tempo play right back.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit awkward into the defenders, but
Yeah,
see what
they
happens.
don't get targeted. So if there's
Ignite.
targeting removal.
All right, we're going to have to see that quest get played. Counterspell. Alibi.
Alibi.
His alibi is very solid.
Counterspell.
Overflow. That does get the damage.
Arcane Bolt.
Goes for the face. And the Drake Fire gets swapped for Ignite. All right, that's a Mida.
And surely this time it'll be Mutinous.
Well, I think we'll probably see Sketchy first to play around Objection. That seems
It's
like
true.
that seems like it makes the most sense to me.
Options still mulling around. I mean, could also go for the Light It Burns. Would in fact see that it is Counterspell, and it would be safe to play Mutinous afterwards. Anyways, wow, Astalor is a baller play. Saying it is not Objection, and I will lose the game if it is.
Well,
I'll
I
lose
think
the
he'd
game,
lose, but you know, it's a
Yeah.
commitment.
Where you followed.
All right. Freezing Trap is pretty good way to spend the rest of the mana here.
Yeah. I'm sure Rescription will love having a 6/6 in hand.
Well, it's Noble Sacrifice.
Either way, it actually wouldn't be played because it's a counterspell. But
You can't. You cannot target anyone that can't be targeted by hero powers. Poor Hickett.
I think this Reckless Apprentice will still ping the 5-3 though. I've never actually
It will. Well,
looked at that interaction.
yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
guess
in this
we'll learn
case,
something too.
nope, Varden's just going to come down most likely.
My calculations, you need to chill out.
Right. Clearing off some minions.
Hey, well, what if it's going to be Aslor or Mute? The question is posed again. That being said, gameplay-wise, it looks like Rice's hand has mostly run out of threat makers. And, I mean, Hickett doesn't have a good source of draw quite yet. He does have Cathedral of Anointment in his hand, but simply getting the quest finale online might be too much for Ricescription to handle.
Agreed. And at this rate, Hickett's board is just going to get there. If he just plays the threats onto the board, it seems like they line up better than what Ricescription has. And it seems, though, more like Hickett is focused mostly on maximizing his time in the Friday night spotlight and, just controlling the board.
Yep. I mean, this Spirit Guide is going to draw 2 cards from deck, making it so that the eventual quest shuffle in will be closer to the top.
Closer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Noble Sacrifice, as we knew, but Ricescription has just found out. And
Yep. Reckless Apprentice.
good a time as any.
I can take them. Wait, not all of them.
Unfortunately for Rice, even keeping this far watch post on the board. Slight misorder. Could have made both of the spells cost 1 more, but whatever. Far watch post will not make the shard cost 11. Maximum of 10.
Yeah, pretty unlucky if you are Ricescription.
Okay, well, let's see if we make progress on the quest this turn. We do not.
Well, we can say, though, that we know for sure Ricescription is not a quitter.
Yeah. We also know that Hickett is trying to crush Ricescription's soul right now.
Yeah. Alrighty. Little friendly wager. Saku, you can get in on this too.
Okay.
What do we think the odds are here that Hickett's going to mill his own quest with Zyrella the Devout? I'm gonna give it a nice 30%. I think it's more than possible, and I'll say it's gonna happen. I'll say 30%, and it occurs.
Ah, well, for me to be on the side of it occurs, I think I'm going to put it over 50%. I'm going to say it's 60%. But I also think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen. So I don't know what my percentage is gonna be. 80% it doesn't happen. There, I'll go high.
Ooh.
Well, to be
Maybe
fair,
Saku's-
that 8 has now been played, so it's going to be a lot
Something-
harder.
Yeah, it can't happen now. Aw, shucks. Saku wins.
This sucks. Whoa, this is still not active? Okay. 3
Yeah.
pings left.
It's that does
Oh,
something.
there we go.
With me.
That's a card
This
that
does a
makes
lot of
something
things.
happen. We'll see another. We'll see AI. That's not good. Desperate Prayer. Hey, Ignite.
That's not 2 dragons. That sucks.
Yeah, that was a lot of things. Yeah.
Those were the 2. That was the arcane spell that was not arcane defenders, and that was the fire spell that was not 2 dragons. So
Yeah.
Were you followed?
Oh, kidnap. That'd be
okay,
funny.
well,
Kidnap for the memes.
Don't you dare to.
Yeah, kidnap not actually good here, as it will allow you to get the battle cry from this Reckless Apprentice twice.
All right.
Still can't
Wow.
quite Mordresh, but
Feels like
set
it
it
was
up.
last year when we saw those raid boss Onyxias earlier in the game, you know? All right, we can see another rune. Open the box.
Let me
Rune of the
remind
Archmage
you
coming
who
out,
you're dealing with.
choosing not to ping first, saying, yeah, I'm going to have a target anyways. Okay.
Oh,
Stay where you are.
And honestly, that's a pretty good rune so far, even because this Arcane Burst now will set up the Mordresh Fire Eye exactly.
Sunsets.
yeah.
So can still just Dice Bearer even. Don't have to play the ping out. But
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, I
three damage
like
is
the
three
ping into
damage.
the Pelican. Just put stuff on the board, get moving.
Yep. Okay. Choosing to be mana efficient, but that way.
No Pelican. Mana efficiency is for suckers.
No Pelican. Now this noble sacrifice will stop our 4/5. Oh.
You know, funnily here, it's another turn where we can't see quest completion because this objection gets in the way.
Light cannot exist without the dark.
Okay. Objection followed by explosive runes.
Oh, there's the Thrive in the Shadows for if the quest ever happens. I mean, the Mordresh is glowing, so it'd be
Yeah.
great to see it here. Alongside either an Ignite or Arcane Burst.
Or even just ping face.
Yeah. The hero power is called Arcane Burst. Did you know that, Geranium?
No. I was gonna mouse over Shooting Star next and think that was the Arcane Burst.
Well, we're all learning something, and you guys know from Family Feud that I am not quite a hero power name expert, so we're
Okay,
learning one day at a time.
Work
gonna
in
see quite a
progress,
few
right?
hero powers come out.
Sunsets.
Yeah.
And it looks like Ricescription lives for this rope, as he is going to let it come. Okay, Ignite chosen instead.
Yep, for that little bit of extra damage. Get those Ignite cycling. And there's an amulet.
Okay, quest can be completed this turn. We'll see if Hickett chooses to do it. Wow, okay, Whirlpool.
This quest is never getting done.
Does kill another Grey Sage Paradin deck.
Yep. Thrive is used here.
Okay, I mean, it is -1 card in deck, I guess.
Maybe the quest will be used to save Hickett from dying of fatigue.
Oh, yeah, 2 dragons. Okay. Okay, Ignite for sure, this one. It is important that that Ricescription cannot fatigue because of this Ignite.
How about the other one?
Why would you
Again.
ever summon dragons?
Dragons will just die to whatever this priest removal is. Didn't we see it remove every board we've ever played?
True.
Not yet. Not yet. There
Another
we go.
dragons?
Oh no.
Oh,
Some
okay,
armor.
okay.
Armor.
Well, the opportunity to Okani Ignite and Hero Power has passed. We're gonna see instead.
Sun sets.
Is it
Did
gonna
he
be
really
just
mouse
Ignite
the
again?
Ice Barrier?
he wants that ice barrier.
He's playing the Ice Barrier. Oh my
It
god.
it could be an objection to his opponent. Okay.
Could be.
Hey, looks like he might just spend his entire turn cleaning this scene, which would be an obscene play from Hickett here.
Yeah.
So just out of curiosity, does Mutanus gain for whatever he eats before the blows him up?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Okay, well, no, now that is a minion counter. The question is, are we going to let it counter a minion?
All right. Well, that's as I oh.
Does
Oh,
Mutanus come down now? Oh,
no.
Okay, 3 Death Rattles. So, okay, so Hickett is going to fatigue, just about. Although he's going to summon some Midas along the way.
Yeah. Do you think this is just part of the plan to play around Theatar? That Hickett thinks that I can play around Theatar by never completing the quest?
It is closed deck list, so in the instance where Rice Christian has perfectly predicted Quest Priest to come from Hickett.
Well, Hickett doesn't know.
Yeah.
I can take them. Wait, not all of them.
Yep, and there's Mida. Is there also Shadow Spell? So Amulet of Dying, at least?
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
safe now.
Sun sets. No waves can sink this ship.
Okay, 2 Ignites floating around this pool. It's going to ping his own minion to boost it?
Nope.
Okay.
Just send the big ignite.
So the
Blackwater
question
Behemoth.
is there...
Right.
Okay, so if Hickett does not heal any more than this, I think there is a possible lethal with some trades and some Ignites.
Ah, we're Garrote Rogue now, aren't we? What a
what a
game.
meta we're in. Yes.
I wouldn't call this a meta, Saku. I don't know about that. That's a bold claim.
Trying to keep our
Alrighty.
viewers' interest here right now. That's all.
Fair enough. So let's do some math, right? Because viewers love Ignite math. So there's an Ignite for 6 in there and an Ignite for 4 here. So draw Ignite, play both. That's 10. I don't think there's quite a lethal yet. I don't think it's possible. All right, that's
Well,
the
yeah,
quest.
now
The
with healing 8.
reward is in hand.
With healing 8 there won't be, but if instead it was if instead it was at 26, it would be deal 6 and then deal 7. And then deal 4 and 4. So that's 21. Maybe not quite.
Yeah.
Ooh, not using hero power? Okay. No juicing hero power on this board.
Well, the hero power is only for 4, so it's not like. Yeah, I know. I'm not really sure what is going through Rescription's mind here.
I was just thinking that it would be you hero power the 1/4 Behemoth Salor, and then you can
Right.
get the other
and
3
follow
things.
it up.
Okay, it looks like
Yeah,
he's fishing for Ignites. There's, I believe, 4 cards in deck, 2 Ignites and 2 Drakefire Amulets, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
there's Astor.
Astalor.
What? That... Okay.
Your pain enlightens us.
Well, now your assessment's correct, but there was also an Astalor in there.
Okay.
Hand is too full.
Well, that's a
Ooh, okay.
Mitagon. So we're gonna see the Mutinous instead of the quest reward here.
1 and 3 does not hit the Astlor, so Astlor is still a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ice
gain
barrier
armor.
destroyed. Not what you like to see if you're a Hickett fan.
Well, I think if you're a Hickett fan, you'd want to see this Zyrella the Sanctified come down, but
think
too
that-
scared of
I-
Astlor.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good bet.
Well, my current bet is that it's gonna be a trade amulet, hero power face. Say you can't kill me. I'm at 35.
I'm John Cena. Dun, dun, dun.
Can't kill him. You can't see him.
That's right.
Cannot
Just make
kill
sure
what
to
you cannot see.
remember for this Sunday night. Oh, there's the
Okay.
Mita.
Oh, Plague Spreader.
Plague Spreader. Okay.
Now.
That's a 6 damage ignite. Hot off the press.
Setting it face as always. Not trading into the to the meta before the health is gained or lost. Okay.
Just sending it.
I believe someone wiser than myself once said, "Me go face, me no have to trade." And I think that is what we're seeing here.
There's
Maybe
a
we'll
song.
see this hero power juice. Could see one.
It's quite possible that every single point of damage will go face for the rest of this match from Rice's side.
Sun sets.
Hey,
Well, Amulet of Undying
it's
is a
pretty good.
lot of life gain.
Oh, now we see the Zyrella. Now.
Okay, well there's only 3 cards in deck,
1 and 3.
and you can even trade off the amulet to try and get it.
I like this lack of respect for Theotar all of a sudden. Like, no way that card over there is Theotar. It has to be Mailbox Dancer. Nah.
Here we go. Matchy. I got a full house right now.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Look at all this
Yeah.
rush.
Dragons
And it
for
is-
days.
We,
I mean, it's just gonna get drawn.
we're gonna see the quest get drawn here.
Yep.
High quest.
The question is, will Hickett play it? No. Okay.
Nope. And that's it. Match 1. Just in time. Gimme Lamp and Edelweiss have not
Okay. 90-minute
Eight-
3-0.
yeah,
Don't see that too
truly
often.
something.
Don't know if we have enough time to get an interview because I want to respect Edelweiss and Gimme Lamp's time here, obviously. But if you want, we can get Hicken in here for like a couple minutes. It's up to you.
Well, I think
I mean,
I
certain
think in
extent,
the
I think-
interest of time, we should move on. But
Okay.
I don't see Edelweiss online yet. So if Hickett wants to pop in, give a quick shout out, and take a congratulations, I'm not opposed at all.
Yeah, it looks like Edelweiss is online, not in game. Yeah, even though plays speak for themselves, it's still nice to hear players talk about it as well.
Definitely,
Right,
especially
so we're
when
gonna-
you put yourself out there to get on stream.
So we're gonna put Hicket in here, and then I'm gonna start chit chatting to the next group. So here we go. There's Ickett. Congrats on the win.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Sorry it took so long. I wasn't expecting any of the matches or games to go that long. But I guess that's what happens when you bring control.
Yeah, absolutely. So, especially in that game 3, though, you seem to be playing it pretty careful. Were you worried about a Theatar maybe, or?
No, I figured they weren't playing Theatar. I mean, at one point I did forget I was playing Quest. That was the last second decision. I wasn't gonna bring Quest initially. Um, and then I realized why I forgot I was playing Quest because I wanted to keep the muteness for when they showed their Alistar, so I could take that away from them as soon as possible.
Makes sense.
Well,
So we don't have a ton of time here since we do have to move on. I'll let Geranium get in a question, then Hickett, if you have any shout outs, think about it for the next thing.
Okay.
yeah, I sort of had two questions. I guess you can choose which one you want to answer here. One question was going to be whether why exactly you thought the control lineup mixed in with the burn from Frost DK was going to be your plan to victory here. It looks like, at least on like main page stats, that is not favored into what Rescription brought. And then the other one is how do you feel now knowing that it is basically impossible for the top team in your conference to win this week?
The first one, I just didn't want to play Control DK. It seems bad to me. Uh, and then the other one, it's kind of cool. I really didn't think we are gonna pull it out, but we're kind of just really dominating, and it feels really good. I thought we were kind of going through a slump, and then Copa couldn't play this week, so I thought it was going to be a disaster week, but we really came out strong.
Hey, came out swinging. You did. Do you have any shout outs to give?
Uh, no, not really. I mean, I guess I can shout out Copa. He helped me a ton with the lineup. I was really stressing because I thought bringing all control decks was going to be really bad, and it worked out. But I don't know if I'll do it again.
Need a couple more beers just to
Yeah.
relax a little bit more, right? So, but thanks again.
Yep. Thanks for
Thanks.
casting.
Got it.
Yeah, and thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So now we move on to the Pro Series. I still haven't got a response back from Gimme Lamp or Idlevice yet, but what we can do, is show the what am I talking about here? The deck list there for the match. So that's up on screen. So we have Gimme Lamp who had their um, Phylactery Warlock band, where Idlevice had their Blood DK band. So you guys can elaborate on the hows, what twos, and what fours.
Okay, well, we just had a little blast from the past at the end of that last match, a very long uh, BSM versus Quest Priest matchup. Speaking of quests, I think I see a couple in Edelweiss's lineup. Vegas, do you have any words to say on that?
Yeah, so if you are a fan of Fino's stream, I think these are all of the decks that Fino had the best time with on ladder today. I think the Blood DK may not be his, but I can say certainly that the Quest Rogue, Relic Demon Hunter, and Quest Mage are all Fino specials. So should be fun. See some more quests, inevitability. Even though the Blood DK is pretty heavy control with the Reno inclusion with multiples, still is a deck that can actually go pretty quickly and apply pressure into other combo or that sort of thing. And yeah, I think into Gimme Lamp's lineup, I'm actually kind of liking what Gimme Lamp has going. Even with the Warlock band, Mage, Boon Priest, and Evolve Shaman, all are decks that get online fast, are proactive, and hard to interact with. So they might be able to get there before the quest. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think that the inevitability of the Phylactery Warlock is probably going to outspeed some of the later game strategies. I mean, certainly against um, the Triple Blood Death Knight, it's going to find its damage before the Death Knight can find its damage. However, Death Knight has some outs with, of course, the Mutinous and the Patchwork. If those hit the key pieces of the Phylactery game plan, has to basically exactly hit those, but could end up winning that game. Other than that, I mean, Quest
Well, we're
Rogue
not going to see
is
that game at
quite
least.
fast.
Yes. And since the Phylactery Warlock and the
Oh,
Death Knight have both been banned, so
well, wait a second. I will speak on the other things then. So Quest Mage, of course, has inevitable, lots of damage. However, I don't think that this list is consistent enough to really end the game that quickly. I mean, with very few minions in it, you're not going to get a bunch of frozen touches going. But I do think that it can maybe against a bad evolved shaman outspeed that. I think that's maybe going to be Edelweiss's hardest pull there. The other ones probably
definitely.
end the game closer to like turn 6 or 7.
Yeah. And with that, we head right into game one in what looks like a mage mirror. We have the quest mage going up against the aggro mage.
Yeah, so we're going to see Edelweiss for our casters to spectate first. Will be at the bottom of the screen with Gimme Lamp at the top.
Yeah. So far, Gimme Lamp has found the Frostweave Dungeoneer, which is a good way to start. And Edelweiss mulligans everything but the quest, and seems like she has a bit of a clunky hand, especially into this turn one Trog off the top. Just brutal.
Yeah. And I mean, this is one of the big pushers for why Agromage is probably going to do, or feel better than this Quest Mage in this matchup, is that it gets pressure through all of its cards rather than needing to find the specific ones to keep pushing it forward.
Right. And here especially, just these spells are all so hard to play with this Trog, and none of them are removal, which is pretty unlucky, admittedly. But
Wow. Well, there's removal, so I guess that's we'll start it.
I could see the quest into the fire sale here seems like the way to go.
I think Edelweiss is agreeing, but taking a little bit to consider.
See, maybe now was time for the planted evidence, but Gimme Lamp elects to hold back. And what looked like a great start for Gimme Lamp is really turned around.
Yeah, one opportune board clear. Oh, but there's Frozen Touch. So now Gimme Lamp can start juicing that.
Yes. And I'm really curious to see what this planted evidence could become. I wonder if Gimme Lamp is trying to wait for Rune of the Archmage maybe to be something that he could play.
I mean, it's if he's already being mana efficient on his turns, it's quite possible that it's not necessary. Might see it just this next turn anyways.
Yeah, if there's no better option.
I mean, hey, 2 Arcane Defenders would be pretty great. So turn 6,
Agreed.
not half bad. Hey, here's the real power on the other side, is discounting your entire hand.
Yep, in the first phase of completion. And that's a solid alibi.
Okay, now technically this Frozen Touch can also start getting juiced. There are enough minions. This is almost all the minions in the deck, so...
Oh, what a pickup.
Wow. Okay. So in the Aggro-Mage matchup, some say that the person who wins is the person who first plays Deathborn. And Gimme Lamp is the only one with Deathborn here.
Yes. And no arcane spell, though, to keep this chain going, which is a little bit awkward for Edelweiss. And it seems like she wants to try and absorb these hits to the face, but delaying quest completion might not be the greatest idea.
Also, neglecting to spend the Frozen Touch
Did you
damage.
see that?
Yeah.
Astonishing.
Don't worry, stream did not see that, Edelweiss.
Alrighty, and now it's probably time. The evidence is planted, and well, those are not good.
Oh,
A
secret.
it's a card
Yeah.
to play around.
Okay, here comes the mind games of the Suspicious Alchemist. This could be... Oh, there's no arcane spell, so...
They're all completely useless. I don't like holding the hero power there. We'll see if that comes back, but
Yeah,
these are
Edelweiss still
choices.
on... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh. No, never mind. You.
I mean, yeah, the choices weren't good. Nothing got picked. It looks like Gimme Lamp, has quite a bit of damage in hand, but still quite far away with 24 life on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that Gimme Lamp's card draw situation is pretty poor right now. That seems to be the big problem, and Edelweiss has plenty of gas in the tank.
Time runs out on you.
There's an arcane spell.
Yeah. So we'll see that arcane spell go. We get the Discover here, which isn't usually something you want to see on the rope, but hey, Oasis ally, hot streak, why not?
Okay, and yep, as long as Frostspell gets played here, or the arcane, that should be the quest played next turn.
Yep. Oh, from the depths. Whoa.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with that choice. I think Gimme Lamp chose the one that freezes, trying to freeze the 7/7 next turn. I don't know.
Oh, there's two flurries in hand. I think that
True.
trying to put a card that gives something on top was the right choice.
I
no
hope it
A-
was the 3/2.
I'm assuming it was the arc splitter, and the little history bar seems to suggest that is the case.
Good. Okay.
So
Hey, the frozen
now
spell.
here's the
This
question: is it objection?
Well, we know it's not. It's Vengeful Visage, but will
Well,
Edelweiss play around it?
Edelweiss. Yeah, Edelweiss doesn't know. All right, Pyroblast. Juicy.
Well, now the hand is very gunked up, though. If you're not going to be playing the quest reward, then you can't really be playing this multicaster either.
Play the multicaster. Why not? Live a little.
Mill a little.
Well, that Mage Secret's getting a lot of mileage here for Gimme Lamp.
Okay, and hopefully still one more solid alibi in Edelweiss's deck, but she needs to find it.
Well, let's see the multicaster.
Magic? Yeah, I've
No alibi.
I have proven myself.
All right.
I demand answers.
We'll
Well,
see. We'll see who
that is
dies.
1 damage off lethal for
It
Jimmy
mattered.
Lamp
The
here.
ping mattered. Wow. That's absurd. Missing the ping
Okay.
could be the whole game.
Well, it depends. If Gimme Lamp top decks, I guess Frozen Touch, or that's not it.
Yeah, well, can still see all this go face and set to 1. I think that that's just always correct. And technically speaking, Gimme Lamp is not dead.
Yes. Gimme Lamp looks like has enough time to maybe get that final ping off. Has to know to use the ping here, though.
So here's the question. Do you know if Vengeful Visage results in a loss or a tie?
I do believe it is a tie. However, I don't think we're going to be seeing that because I think it's going to be frozen by the flurry.
It'd be a pretty
Okay.
baller line. Oh, he leaves it up. That's a baller line. Lethal. There's lethal.
Okay. Yeah, it's lethal. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
No. What if? I mean, it's a baller line to leave it up just in case. I have great respect for it, but Edelweiss cleans it up and beats the turn 1 Trog. She's cooking.
Okay. Agrimage cannot find lethal in the first 8 turns, meaning West Mage is through. That's the deck that I thought was going to have the hardest time, so.
Yeah.
Next runner-up for hardest time in my book would be the Relic Demon Hunter. So that's what's getting queued next, right?
Oh, definitely. So that's an amazing game, though. It really just came down to that ping getting missed right at the beginning, and Edelweiss playing super clean to close it out.
Yeah, we had a 1 damage off lethal, but can't let that get to Gimme Lamp's head.
Stay in the shadow.
All right. So we've got the Quest Rogue next. And yeah, 2 SI cards. You'll like to see it. But hey, what would we do if it weren't for turn 1 Trog against the Quest deck?
In this case, Edelweiss might still play it. I mean, I can wait 1 turn, but SI7 Operative does answer Trog quite cleanly.
Well, not anymore. Well, there's no dagger option here, so, or no option to use the dagger, so it seems like Concoct or Sit could be a choice.
Yeah.
Dagger up, and it's gleaming.
Okay, what you want to see.
Yeah, just putting all the pressure on here.
We can see Gimme Lamp has now done the ping face, so recognizing maybe he missed.
Yeah, and it was a really strong play into the dagger, which I think is the best thing for Edelweiss on that turn. This flurry actually is quite good here. I would really consider it if I were Gimme Lamp. And no.
Yeah. Choosing not to, letting the Trog fall, and letting a lot of other things fall along the way.
Yep, we get the first reward here. Now it's interesting using the steps on this. I myself tend to prefer them on the smuggler, but clearing the board is important for the rogue, and I think if Edelweiss does get rid of these minions, she has really good odds for the rest of the game. So tough call. See the good old Fate Seal.
I mean, Nightcloak Sanctum at least isn't more spells slinging at your face.
True. And at 20, Edelweiss is already low.
Soon.
Really hard choice.
Yeah.
We could see the Shadow Step to try to deny that. Instead, it's Potion Belt. And
Easy.
Hazy. And Gleaming.
Okay.
The wails of these caverns chill me.
Alright, we see the flurry here. And that damage is going. Surprised it wasn't just the Sanctum proc, but seems like Gimme Lamp's saving it for the Deathborn turn, which is smart.
And here, not playing out the Smuggler and the minions.
So good. Edelweiss is good at the
That's
video
great.
game.
Yep.
I mean,
Edelweiss is... It's not good into the Deathborn, but you know,
yeah.
you can't play around that. And I would have liked seeing the Sanctum proc there just to send another 2 and make a skeleton, but... Yeah.
We'll use it next game.
Yeah, Gimme Lamp is saving it for week 7.
Well, in this case, not exactly lethal, but it's very close.
Yep. And that's lethal.
Yeah, Xaxes. And the ping, the early ping, now actually coming in.
Absolutely.
Hey, what do you think is next on the docket for Gimme Lamp?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, honestly, for me, I was most worried about Gimme Lamp getting that mage through. But Boon Priest seems like it's gasoline into a lot of these. It all will come down to how quickly the rogue can go. But yeah, I think it's going to be the Shaman. I feel like the Shaman is the harder one for the rogue to deal with, and Gimme Lamp might be just trying to get that point. It is the Shaman.
Yeah.
What do we get?
Are we done?
Yeah. I do think actually the rogue has somewhat of an okay matchup into the Boon Priest, especially because it can just sap minions, but
Just without a real degree of consistency.
yeah.
They have to get the whatchamacallit.
It's also the
Yeah.
the insta kill concoction.
Right.
In this case, it does look like it's not an explosive start for Gimme Lamp.
Oh, it's pretty
Might just be-
explosive. That's a turn 3 wild pot cavern. That's explosive. Get the chisel.
I mean, to me, I don't know if okay, maybe it is actually good enough for a fellow deck from 2022. Actually, is it 2021 even? But I don't know. In modern Hearthstone, it feels like Wildpaw Cavern is not quite it, and it looks like Gimme Lamp is agreeing, saying it has to be null or bust.
Well, that's this. You do remember though that this is a quest rogue, Zach. This is Gimme Lamp wouldn't be the only person playing a game in 2021, and I think that Wildpaw Cavern would have been pretty sick there. Just really awkward for Edelweiss to trade into, freezing things, clearing minions, putting on pressure, and it's just so much tempo, especially on turn 3.
Yeah,
So,
9-12 on turn 3 is very good, but Perhaps we'll see a 10-10 on turn 5 instead.
Yeah, maybe.
In this case, this weapon cleans up these taunts very nicely.
Yeah, the weapon's super efficient. SI Assassin will be online for next turn. And Edelweiss is going face, which I respect.
Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna bully the whatever big minion does come from this shaman.
Smells like breakfast.
Oh, great hit. I mean, yeah, now this hand is just not looking great.
Okay. And going to devolve this board.
Denathrius, but it's not good enough.
Who killed Denathrius? The assassin.
Yeah.
Can this ever be lethal?
Looks like Edelweiss is gonna find out.
Oh, Shadow Step.
Or I don't think there's a lethal here.
Depends on what's found off of Concoctor.
Yeah, it could be Concoctor as a lethal start. I kind of like going Concoctor and seeing what happens, and then going Scabs if not. So.
Okay, instead just using full mana.
The kitchen and into the frying pan.
Okay.
Well, this doesn't even use all the mana either.
I was thinking it was gonna be not playing Scabs, but
And what's the Spy Gizmo? This also could be a lethal out, or could have been. It's the Mole, so not quite.
okay. Doing some trades, can play Mole to get +2/+1. Oh.
Yep, and it looks like that's a wrap for Gimme Lamp, unless there's some very good evolve here that I am just not seeing.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see one 5-drop become a magical 6-drop. And none of those 5-drops do anything, so.
You are victorious this time.
Call me
Best.
old-fashioned. I would have liked to have seen a Wild Pod Cavern for free. But you know,
Old-fashioned. There. It's been said.
back in my day, Evolve Shaman was turning all the minions into 4-drops on turn 3. I don't know what's going on anymore.
These young whippersnappers who think they can knoll on 4, too young. Don't know enough.
Would it make you upset to hear that Doom in the Tomb was 5 years ago?
I hate you.
Victory to
All right.
Queen Ajana.
The Shaman is back against the Relic Demon Hunter, and would you look at that? Edelweiss has a Relic.
Oh, let's see if it's 2. Or if there's even going to be a vault. Oh, sends it back.
Mulligans it.
Well,
Fine,
Relic of
a good
Extinction,
Relic.
not good enough.
Yeah.
Also, notably, no weapon here. So if you were used to that version of Relic VH, no more.
Well, there's another Relic.
Job done.
All right. You see the Knoll here on 2, but no convincing. No, there's convincing disguise. What's it gonna be? It's a Deathwing.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good one. I hear that DHs hate facing against large minions.
I don't think that there's any beating Deathwing for this deck. I think
Also,
currency. Silver Moon is not enough damage quickly enough. It's still
Yeah.
too much mana to play the Fell Barrage, and this whole schooling will probably just come down here, or a schooling totem. Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Aleph will send it all. It's right. The Unleash Fell doesn't heal notably.
Well, it's still gonna get played here, just to clear off board, and probably Relic of Phantasms. Okay, so now
So let's count. That's
it's
wait,
still not
8, 9, 10. You hate to see it.
no 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 no
And
no 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 no.
Prescience.
Top deck Relic of Extinction, and then it would be counted 11 with hero power. Okay.
And Edelweiss failed to discover Asphyxiate. So we will be moving on to game 5. That's some
Okay.
strong shaman gameplay there. See, evolving minions on turn 3. No, it's turn 2 now. These kids know what's up.
Would have liked to have seen him coin out to the Wildpaw Caverns. If only.
If
Okay,
only.
well, if you liked seeing a 12-12 on turn 2, the hope is that this Boon Priest will do much of the same. Maybe a little bit later, turn 4, turn 5?
Versus Panda. Queen Ajara demands your rebuke.
Let the sparks fly.
Okay, switcheroo in the opening hand is quite good.
All right.
A lot of minions in the opening hand.
Well, that's a Relic Vault. Coin Radiant goes hard here. Oh, wow. All
Gimme
right.
Lamp scared. Gimme
Access
Lamp is
denied.
quaking.
Playing a Feared in game 5.
Oh yeah, I guess us casters didn't even mention it. This is all important game 5.
Yeah.
That's right, and we're almost back on schedule.
I was just gonna say we're almost back on time if we had a third match this evening, but we're gonna go into
Technically,
Uber Control matches game 3, which will turn into game 20
Yep.
from a time perspective.
Right? Hertress.
hey,
And
start juicing him.
yep. We have to see the juice here so that the juice dimensions can come down on 6. But I reckon at this point it's time to see if a little popping off can be done.
Hey, poppin' gamer.
I like this honestly. It's like it's a little conservative, but it does pose a bit of a problem for Edelweiss. She does have to deal with it.
Okay, Edelweiss choosing to trade in minions instead of just going for Silvermoon Arcanist plus Fel Barrage.
Yeah, a little odd there. She might be thinking that she needs to save it for another situation. We could see the Kurtrus here trade in with one of the 2s, keep a 4.
I guess it looks like that's what's happening. It's being moused at least.
Yeah. I think it looks like a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance.
Or even could see the school teacher get played, whatever the Noggling gets. As long as it is two damage, it does do it.
Yeah. All right, so we see the clear here. And now it's time. That's a Sunwell. Get the Radiant. Coin. Devour. Nice pickup. Noble sacrifice.
Guardians. Guardians, simply the best.
Truly.
You've done as I asked.
But no
Hey.
boon. Drive has to
Yeah,
hit. Whoa, whoa.
not go for it.
There it is.
Okay, a little bit too late. Or,
It's still huge, though. How is Edelweiss going to deal with this?
Edelweiss does not seem to have the answer. I mean, whatever Relic of Dimensions does get here,
Oh, there's the
have to be a
boon,
lot.
though. The 1-mana boon. That's right. It got hit. So
Wow.
that's those are some big boys. Or I don't know if elementals are gendered, but they are. The Radiant and that Kyrian are large and in charge. And I think unless this Relic of Dimensions is really something special, that's it.
See? Nope.
Hey.
Vault.
Nope.
Well, hey, Relic of
Extinction.
Extinctions is a start. At least that clears off a lot of the board.
Well,
And
I don't think it's nearly enough. That doesn't even clear a single one. Even if every shot has to go into the Kyrian for
yeah,
Edelweiss to stay alive. If every single one does.
the hope is there. Will we see it?
Nope.
Oh.
That's over.
Okay. Well, it was a good run while it lasted, and to see it barely miss.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
Long minion.
Congrats to Gimme Lamp. Yeah. Great series from Gimme Lamp and Edelweiss. 5 games in about 25 minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes. Very, very fast. I think we could have fit this whole match inside that Quest Priest game twice. That was some good Hearthstone.
All right, see if we can get Gimme Lamp in here for a quick interview. They said sure, so let's bring him in. Gimme Lamp, congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you very much.
So
Hey.
you played great. You can have the lamp.
Yay, finally.
So, I mean, looking at those matches, those were some wild, swingy games, a lot of back and forth. When you
Yeah.
saw Edelweiss's lineup with all of the quests, did anything go through your head? Like, how are you feeling about that?
I was just wondering what I was gonna ban. Because I don't play very much standard since I'm mainly a WoW player, so I don't know the matchups.
True, but Trogon won. You look like you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, no, that works even in WoW.
Definitely. So since
So
oh, go ahead. You go right ahead, Geranium.
I was just gonna ask, sort of a corollary to that. Did you play back in 2021 when those decks were actually in the meta, or were these sort of new experiences?
Well, I wasn't playing standard at the time, so I've actually never faced a quest mage.
As it should be.
Yeah. And it was pretty funny too to see the multicaster, almost all spells builds, almost reminiscent of Mozaki Mage, which was a real menace.
One day they'll revert apprentice.
Oh, please never. Oh God. So otherwise though, you made some big minions. We saw those huge Radiant Elementals and Kyrians. We saw that Deathwing on turn 2 in that Shaman Demon Hunter game. So I will say is, like those sort of decks kind of are reminiscent of Wild, where you're doing something extremely powerful a little before you should be doing it, but maybe with a bit less consistency in standard. Is that like your preferred play style, or is there anything you really gravitate towards?
I mean, yeah, I really like stuff which is just the more mana I cheat, the happier I am. So that's why I like
Very nice.
stuff like Miracle Roll, Quest DH. Those are my kind of decks.
Cool. And a quick follow up to that, though. So, if you want to make that happen, you want to cheat some mana. Is there any one wild card that does that you'd want to bring back to standard?
No.
I mean, there's a whole lot of them.
But if you had to pick one,
Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
But like
I just,
unnerfed?
yes, of course.
Well, we
Just
have it
I
for
want
arcane
a
spells, right?
full power. Yeah, but that's only arcane spells.
Would you want it to be accompanied by the full package? I'm talking about Tony back in standard as well.
I would rather have an unreverted Director.
Understandable. I mean, there was that combo for a while of Drekthar getting 2 Radiant Elementals. We saw that be played in Priest.
I don't miss Drekthar. That's happy to see it go, but boy, you could do some crazy stuff. So, any shout outs? Anything you want to say while you're here before we call it for the night?
Shout out to my team, shout out to my opponent, shout out to Nubs, who said she would be very mad at me if I didn't shout her out, so
Yeah, well, there you go. No one's going to be mad at you after that.
hopefully.
Well, congrats again on the win, and it was great
Thank
having
you.
you on tonight.
Hey, no
Yeah.
problem.
Thanks for being on stream.
Well, goodbye.
Take care. Okay, so we had a wildly entertaining first match tonight, and a wildly entertaining second match, being shorter in length. Any final thoughts there from our casters from the overall?
No, I mean,
Fortunately, go
we
ahead.
both just want to share. Well, we saw both ends of the spectrum, and I guess
Yep.
it turns out that you can win in hard. You don't have to remove your opponent's tempo while developing your own. You can just do either or and win in Hearthstone, and that's what we saw tonight. Hickett did the removing, and Gimme Lamp developed his own. So it was pretty fun.
Yep. Agreed.
What I saw tonight was we had 2022 versus 2021 in match 1, and that one 2021 could win. But then when we introduced 2023 to the mix, it stood no chance.
The new year
That's
reign supreme. Well, that about does it for us tonight for Friday Night Fights. I want to thank all our viewers that had some time to spend with us, as well as our players that jumped on. So I want to thank Idlevice, Gimme Lamp, Hickett, and Ricescription for accepting my invite to be on stream. Appreciate you. And I think we do. I'm not sure if we have a Saturday match.
we do.
We do. Okay. What is it?
I'm in it.
You're in it. So Geranium Battle is gonna keep us in the dark here. Who they're playing against?
I'm playing against a random dude. That is a pro match. Let's see. I'm getting up. I think there's one more match, so I'm just gonna pull that up. It looks like that is the only one. So 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. It is going to be me versus random dude. We still have not submitted any classes or decks because we don't have to.
So you heard it here, folks. They're rolling over, both of them. Ew. I can also speak to 2 Pro Series matches that are happening on Sunday. Well, one's at 8 o'clock Eastern. That's a Pro Series in the Black Conference with Typhoon versus Disagreement. So that one should be pretty fun. Haven't seen Typhoon on stream in a while. Then we got at 9 p.m. Eastern, Pro Series in the Pink Conference. We have Vinos Bomoni versus Memnarch. So casting with me is going to be Hustle and Jacques Keener. So Maya Dunn, who normally hosts, is probably going to be hungover from the 49ers and Phillies game. So we'll have a new caster with us on Sunday for a little bit.
We can only hope.
Other than that, thanks again for our viewers. Thanks for all the DHLer players out there. Enjoy the new patch. Control Warriors back. Or did it ever go away? Dankus Geranium. Did it ever go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's back, baby.
It's
Let's
back
go.
Prepare yourself for battle for an hour and a half of Control Warrior versus Control Warrior. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm the only slot next tomorrow, so prepare.
All right, everybody. Enjoy your night. Be safe out there, and we will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Take care.
Have a good weekend, everybody.